Hi guys, Jason here. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a talk. I kind of want to talk about Pokemon Go. This game that everyone seems to be playing right now. First and foremost, I'm going to be playing this while I'm doing this. Let me turn the sound down so at least it doesn't like interrupt. But basically, I just wanted to talk about like what I feel about it and like sort of like how I feel like it's actually being received and like sort of how popular it is and like what it actually is like, I don't know. And just so you can see, I caught an Eevee, anyway, I'm just gonna start off by saying that I don't want there to be any confusion as to like my stance on Pokemon in general. I love Pokemon. Pokemon has been a game that I've been playing since I was in high school. I've been playing it since it first came out in Australia for like Pokemon Red and Blue. I was I was like trying my hardest to find Mew when it came out. I've got a whole set of Pokemon badges that I talked about in another video. I've got Pokemon tattoos. I've got Pokemon clothes. It's like I live and breathe Pokemon. But when it comes to this, I was so excited for this game when it was first announced. It seemed like such a cool thing, but it also seemed like a joke. Like it seemed this can't be real. Like there couldn't possibly be like some worldwide Pokemon thing that almost brings it all into real life. It's like it didn't seem to make sense that this was real. I thought it was. I really did, like, on top of it being, like, a really cool idea, I really did think it was a hoax. Because I think I first really heard about it when Google Maps had that April Fool's prank where there was Pokemon all over the actual Google Maps, and you could collect, Pokemon that way. Which I'm actually, like, kind of sad that I never collected, like, all 150, however many of them were. But, that's a matter of not just having the time to do it. It really just seemed like a joke. It seemed like a prank. It seemed like it couldn't be real. And then as it got closer, I mean, it did seem real, yes, but at the same time, I'm like, well, is this going to live up to anything that the existing Pokemon games has set up? Like, I know that the commercials that we started seeing started showing things like battles, and then also trading, and then also group events where legendary Pokemon would be announced and released, and which that could still be a thing, but like it seems like we're missing a lot here. The initial popularity of this game is astounding, to say the least. As like a little snapshot into like how even I've been experiencing it. The game's been out for a couple days now, and I've been working basically all day at both of my jobs, and today especially, it showed how much people are just crazy about this thing. I work retail, so people come into my business over and over again, and just random people come in off the street. Everything happens, and all I see are people just like sort of walking around with their phone, or like they come up to the counter and they're looking at their phone, and I think maybe they're like looking at a text message, but then when they go to order, it's like, oh, and then like their phone turns a little bit, and you see that like slight hint of Pokemon Go, and it's just like, that I know what that is. It's like, I know what you're doing right now. I know how you're spending your time. And it's not that that's a bad thing. I mean, people can do whatever they want. The game is free, first and foremost. Yes, there is, of course, and I'll bring that up. I mean, there is, like, on the shop, there is, the part where you can actually pay for and purchase Pokemon coins to allow you to purchase items to allow you to catch more Pokemon and level up faster. But as it stands, it's just like, it is free. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with people picking it up and trying it. Oh, I think, what's that? Oh, it's a Paris. Anyway, I will say this. This video that I'm doing right now, it actually shows the longest amount of time that I've spent playing it since it actually released. And that's not to say that I've never spent a good amount of time playing it, because if you'd followed me on Instagram, you'll know that I actually did get invited into the field test. I was a late entry, and I think that I had the field test for, I want to say, 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more than that. I don't know. It seemed like a long time. I'm sort of a little bit confused as to how long it was. I think I started June 7th. There we go. That's what it was. I started June 7th, and it ended on the 30th of June. So I had it for almost 23 days. So a little bit over 3 weeks. So I managed to catch my Paris. Sorry if the video capture of that doesn't seem to come through properly. I earned a medal. I registered 5 Pokemon in the Pokedex. Yeah, I played heavily in the field test. Basically, anytime that I was driving somewhere, I would sort of put my phone in a position where I could see it and sort of scope out the area. There was times where I was taking people home after work, and I was like, well, I've dropped this person off, let me take a look around the area. And if there was something close, I would drive to it. I think I went to lots of random places purely because Pokemon Go told me that there was something there. And that's kind of cool. I went exploring, but most of the time it was nighttime, dark, and I don't want to get out of my car, so I would try to position my car in a way that I could actually activate whatever it was doing. Because, people, I don't trust them. And I guess I leveled up by not doing anything. Anyway, I found myself like driving around a closed Kia dealership parking lot just so that I could capture a gym. I found myself going into like parking lots of churches just to capture Pokemon. I found myself like going weird places, just like I went oddly out of my way just to explore a little bit further, just to see what I could find. And I did a lot of this at like midnight. But it's just, I played a lot of it. But I'm going to be completely honest. Everything that you can do on the game, you can virtually do while sitting still in your home. And if this video isn't proof of it, I've caught, what, 3 Pokemon since I've been sitting here. Before I started this video, a Rattata spawned almost immediately. Then I caught an Eevee, and that was basically when the video started. And then just recently I caught the Paris. I wouldn't be surprised if another Pokemon showed up eventually. And like currently, I mean, it says that more Eevee and like even Rhyhorn are like close by where I am. I don't know. This might seem like a completely unintelligible rant. But basically what I want to talk about is just what is happening to the world now that Pokemon Go is out. It seems like the world has gone absolutely insane. I have already proven that I like Pokemon, and yet I haven't been playing this game. And I don't know, people that I work with, they say that I've gotten incredibly hipster. It's this like, I played it before, it was really cool. So, way back when. And it's like, I'd caught 52 different Pokemon. I'd leveled up a whole bunch. I think I had an Arcanine that was level 1600 and something. I had captured 5 gyms. I regularly went to Pokestops. I think I had 10 active eggs at the time that the beta ended. But at the same time, as it actually grew towards the end of the beta, I played it less and less and less. It used to be religiously open on my phone. I'd have to have my phone charging the entire time, and even when it was plugged in and charging and running the game, it was still killing my phone. Because this game, it's a battery eater. But as the beta progressed, I played it less and less, and I sort of feel that this explosion of popularity that Pokemon Go is seeing right now, I mean, yes, it is big, and yes, there are billions of people on Earth that could potentially be playing this, and it could go on for a lot longer than my own personal interest did, but unless they can do something to the game to make it more, because right now, and I think a lot of people will agree with me, that this is a game only in name. Like, I don't really think that it is a game. I've seen other people's videos. I've watched it. I liked the video that Boogie did about playing Pokemon Go. It was like 2 minutes long, and basically he was just like screaming. I was like, take me in the car and I want to go catch some Pokemon. But it was great. It was a super good laugh, and I loved it. But I think that's a pretty accurate depiction of how people are acting. I mean, what? People are getting hurt. People are trespassing. I think somebody found a dead body. People are taking pictures, which are hilarious. And then people, I mean, people are flirting using Pokemon Go. People are making friends because, you know, and I've talked to people about it too. It's like the customers that come up and they're playing Pokemon Go, I ask them. And I was talking to a guy today that came in. I think he's visiting from somewhere else, maybe even London, and he took 2 laps around a park in the heat of summer in Phoenix, and he's like trying to, and like he came into my store and ended up stopping and getting a coffee because he was looking for a Pikachu. So, I mean, it's cool. You know, there definitely is a social aspect to it, and that out of everything is what Pokemon Go has gotten right. It has made a very, very social aspect of Pokemon completely and transparently there. Like, it is social. You talk to people, you compare stories, you compare your Pokemon. I mean, all you have to do is just open up the app and be like, oh, what Pokemon do you have? And then it's like you open up your screen, it's like, oh, that's exactly what I have. You know, and it's like, well, I didn't see that one. Where did you catch that? And you can tell people where you caught that Pokemon. I mean, people are making friends out of this. Somebody that I work with said that they've made a couple friends just because of Pokemon Go. And it's cool. It really is cool. But where Pokemon Go sort of fails for me is it's missing the key aspect of what makes Pokemon good, and that's a reason to keep playing. When you have Pokemon as a game, the main reason to even catch Pokemon is so that you can create your perfect team. So that you can have that team that will take you to the top. So that when you battle your friends, you're going to have a group of Pokemon that, you know, maybe I never saw that one, or maybe I never expected that one to be able to do that move. I mean, there's a lot of strategy, there's planning, and there's a lot of thought that goes into it. I mean, EV training, move training, type training, I mean, everything that you can do to make it so that your Pokemon team stands out. Sorry, my cats are making weird noises. Oh, he's trying to get out of the office. I sort of closed off the office so that they... but yeah, anyway. There's a lot of depth that goes into an actual Pokemon game. And here, you wander around and you toss Pokeballs at Pokemon aimlessly, and then you throw a couple bucks at it to get more Pokeballs and get a higher chance at catching more Pokemon. So, as it stands right now, I feel like this shouldn't have even been released. I feel like they could have waited until they had actually added, you know, battles against other trainers. Because it still feels like this game is in beta. The game has changed since it was in the field test version, and the game changed even during the field test version itself. So, the game is a lot... I'm going to say that it's a lot nicer to look at than it was in the field test. Not saying that it was ugly, but they definitely smoothed the edges. And then the interface is a little bit nicer. Even the biggest thing that I notice is that the character models themselves have actually changed too. Not changed in form per se, but they've been cleaned up. They look a lot nicer, and they look a little bit more polished. And that's great. The Pokemon themselves look fantastic. They always have. The sounds I'm a little bit iffy on. It seems a bit weird. It's like a mix of the old Game Boy sound and then some of the newer versions. But see, it sounds to me a little bit different than even like Pokemon X and Y or Alpha Sapphire does. But it could just be the way that they got their sound files. It could just be their take on the Pokemon themselves. But yeah, it's missing something. There's no depth to it. It's basically, oh, I have this Pokemon. What do you have? Let me go out in the world and see if I can't find another. And then that's another big thing too. It's like finding so many of the same Pokemon just so that you can evolve one to the next level. I think typically they're doing like 25, 50, and 100 for the steps. So it could be either one of those three. One of the biggest changes that I noticed is that from the trial, people were like very vocal on the Niantic forums about how much of the Pokemon candy it took to actually evolve your Pokemon, because like say Caterpie for instance, it took like what 4, 8, and then 20 to evolve it, but then you'd have a Pidgey, and it would take maybe 50 to get it to one level, 150 to get it to the next, and then you'd need like 380 of the actual Pokemon candy to get it to evolve. And I know that you get Pokemon candy for catching it. I know that you get Pokemon candy for releasing them, but like I caught so many Pidgeys and I didn't even have a Pidgeot. Like I had a Pidgeotto, but in honest truth, the only reason why I had a Pidgeotto was because I caught one. But yeah, I could never actually even get close to, I couldn't even get close to 100, to be quite honest with you. And then there's like the Pokemon that you start with. They did make the starters a little bit more varied or more easy to catch in the real world. But it's like how do you evolve your starters if you can't catch them? There seems to be some sort of balancing issues as well. And I don't know. I am starting to really ramble. So I'm just going to break it down. If you've made it this far, congratulations. But point number one, as far as like the good points of it, it's Pokemon. I love it. Pokemon is great. Pokemon brings a lot of people together, and it makes a lot of people a lot of friends. Oh, there's a Ponyta. Anyway, they actually are doing a fairly good job with the license in the fact that, I mean, they're representing the Pokemon correctly. The whole like being a trainer out on an adventure in the world, I feel like that's legitimately there. It's cool that they have gyms. It's cool that there's places where you can go and find items. It's cool that you level up, and it's nice to collect. Like I am a collecting type person. That's why I love Pokemon. I mean, when it comes to Pokemon, I've collected all of them. Like in my actual Pokemon games, like I've got them all. Like I have legitimately caught them all. And I'm happy with that. And then the fact that they've been able to create a nice social environment with the Pokemon game is amazing. This could be the starting point of lots of people's friendships, and it could help people actually feel more comfortable with getting outside and talking to people. The fact that people are actually going out of their way to go somewhere different, to actually be outside. Granted, here in Phoenix, it kind of sucks. I wish I could go outside a little bit more, because I would take a walk around and do it. But it is encouraging people to go outside. That's fantastic. But where it really falls short is the fact that this is not a game. I don't consider it fun. I don't see that this is going to last any longer than, like, it's a flash in the pan. In a couple weeks, it could be just diehard people playing it, and that's it. But, it's free, so it's not going to hurt anybody to play it, but I think that if there isn't anything added to this, if they don't make some changes, it's going to fizzle and die. And that's sad, because I think this is something that people really, really want. And judging by the popularity of the game already, clearly people want this. But, it's making people do really weird things. And sometimes it's kind of sad. I mean, I don't know. It's just like there's just so much missing that it just doesn't feel like a real Pokemon game. And I don't know if, the people that watch this, if they'll respond to this in a way that's, civil. I'm not trying to stir up any sort of argument. I mean, I want to talk about this. I really do. I want to share my opinion with people, and I want people to share their opinion with me. So please, if you have a comment about anything that I've said, if you've made it to the end of this video and you want to tell me something, please, by all means, tell me. I really appreciate your feedback. I want to know what you think. Have you played Pokemon Go? What do you think about it? Were you part of the field test? I mean, how do you feel about it now as compared to before? Did you, if you played the field test, find yourself playing it less and less? I mean, how long did it take you to get to a point where you found that you were playing it not that often? Or did you find that you were playing it more and more and more as the field test went on? I'm sure that there's people out there that were exactly in that boat. But I just want to know. I want to talk. I mean, and I'm not, again, I am not condoning a mass argument. I'm not going to listen to people that got like 5 minutes into this video and call me a hater. I mean, that's not the point. That's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about like what this is and its effect on everything. And I don't know, like, yes, this is my opinion. I'm not being paid by anybody. You know, I did the field test of my own volition. I signed up for it. I tried to slog through that really, really awful like ad clicking paywall thing that they were doing for that very first run of the field test, and congratulations to anybody that got past that. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to know. I would really like to talk to people about this. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. And as always, you know, have a great day, guys, and go catch them all. It's actually a thing now. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to let me know what you think of this video. If you want to check out more of my stuff, I stream on Twitch, and then I also have plenty of content on YouTube already. So we'll see you guys later. Bye! I don't even want to catch, like, I don't want to fight anybody. I purely want to catch them all. Like, that's it. That's my only purpose here. I just want to catch every single last one of them. And I see some... What is that? Like, seriously, what is that? Oh, okay. I see what that is. Anyway. Bye, guys.